Cause I've always had the idea that I'm number one. Also, to be honest, I got bored of searching for Tariq and like seeing too many Tariq on DSPs at first, and then just decided to make it special.
Oh, you know me well. Oh, you know me well. I know that see how
I mean, I've always been a fan of writing songs. I like to write songs. But then I wasn't really confident with how I used to sing at first, so I was always rapping. Yeah, I used to rap. And then I started singing more. I mean, I just did it. I just did it. I never stopped. I just found a better way to, express the things I write about. More like.
Looking for trouble, I can't relate. You want to argue, I know the base. Make another man know about my secret. You want to offline for silhouette, brother. No, they're on my shoulders.
Yes, for sure. No, depends on how I'm feeling. If I wake up one day, if I say this track, said to Tariq, I will set my back. I'm about to say myself, cause I'm shitting you. Wait, I can't swear, right? For real? Okay. I would say Ed Sheeran. I think I was a big fan of Ed Sheeran, and Wande Cole, and Ed Sheeran. I was always a big fan of Wande Cole. I think I did everything right in terms of my young love life with Olulufe. I did a lot of things with that, and then Ed Sheeran, I just loved how he writes his songs, and Frank Ocean too. So yeah, those three. Same videos, But my dad would always play Kwamon though. My goodness, my dad would always play Kwamon. If we're sleeping too late, he plays Kwamon like to wake us up. As a point, I got tired. I was so angry. Then I got used to it because my dad is this Yoruba guy. My dad doesn't have any plenties, all trad. So he's a Kwamon stan. Then I also became a Kwamon stan too. When I got reached out by CC through songwriting, so it was more like I would just write songs, and then I met someone who was at the label, and then we just recording more songs, and then the A&R knew me, and then he was like, what, just come here, let's have a session and just write songs. And then he was pretty much impressed, obviously, by by my songwriting, skill sets, and also like how much I love to perform. But like that's a different story. But like songwriting for me has always been major, because I think for someone who's maybe a bit introverted in a way, writing songs was, my go-to spots. And then I moved around the country too much, like different states. And then I really didn't have that much time to make a lot of friends. So it was more of staying in my room, having discussions with myself. And then that, went into songwriting and all of that. Yeah. I started writing songs. I mean, at first I was writing people's songs. Like at first I would I think when I was in like junior secondary school, then I had one multi-link. I don't know if it was multi-link. So this tacos, sorry. And then I had this phone, and then if any music is playing like on TV, what I do is I just record it. Like I think I just go to my TV, and then I just tell everyone to keep quiet because I have brothers that make a lot of noise. I just tell them to be quiet. Then I just put the phone close to the TV, and then it just records the whole thing. Then I just go back and I just put my ear and I just write to it. And then from there I kept doing it, and then I started performing in school too. So I did a couple. Obviously my favorite is the one I did, I think Baddest Boy. I think when I did Baddest Boy, because I wrote Baddest Boy. Then I brought it to school, I was like, guy, let's do this thing for end of the year party. And then, I was able to convince them, and then we did it, and it was like, I had people that were so old telling me, "Oh my God, Tariq," and then I think from there I was like, "This is mad. If you can write these things." From there, I started writing songs, love songs. I just giving it to people that I like, and they're like, "Oh, that's nice." Why? That's nice. Of course, now if I had to use it for my own advantage first, you know. So, uh, yeah, I started doing that maybe, cause I moved from Lagos again. I think I moved. I first came to when I came to Lagos, I did junior secondary school, and then I think just three, I moved to Delta State. Then I started doing that. Then I moved back again to Lagos. I think my final year in secondary school. And then that was when I was like, you know what, maybe I should write songs for myself. And then I started just writing songs. And then my go-to spot was, just, rapping it out rather than thinking of melodies and all of that. But then the melodies came, so
This is illogical. I dey attached to different woman. They show me love in different pattern. I know if you choose for nobody other, it is illogical. Yeah. If I no get by, my react the same, but if I ain't tired, but there is a dey pray hard. No matter anything, I no answer. Check out for my Django. Check out for my Django. Check out for my Django. Waiting me, I want to. Check out for my Django. Check out for my Django. Which one you go let go? Cause me, I don't know.
I have parents that's, around a lot. That's the word she used. But obviously, so I was born in Benin City, and because my dad used to work in the airport in Benin City, and my mom is from Delta State, so as at that time, they were staying there. And then from Benin City, I moved to Lagos. And then from Lagos, I think at some point I moved to Delta State I think when I was in just 3. Yeah, and then I came back to Lagos to finish my secondary school again. So I was always moving around a lot. It's not my fault. I never enjoyed it myself, so just things beyond my power. Ish. Oh yeah, you read about me. I have, look, I'm not even lying to you, yeah? But the only reason why, okay, I love gemstones. A lot, a whole lot. I have a thing for gemstones. I used to feel like, because as a kid, I literally thought that I would have a much more, obviously I knew it won't be very easy, but I thought I would have an easier access to gemstones if I go for geology. And I also had this idea that, look, I can just find where they are, and then I'll let anyone know. I'll just go mine it myself and just dig up. But then now that I know the whole, troubles around it, still love gemstones still, but I can't mine them. I just buy them instead. So. It's extremely diverse, to be honest. There are times when I don't feel good and I just want to write music. And there are times when I don't feel good, I can't even write music. So I can't say there are times when I feel so good that I want to just write music about it. There are times when I feel so good, I just want to play video games. I wish I had a particular one, but I think of everything, the one that is the one thing that always happens, maybe I record at night a lot. I think that happens a lot. That's one thing to pick out from. Although recently I've been recording differently, but yeah, I think I record at night a lot. But aside from that, I love to have ideas in my head first. Yeah. Aside, this is different from how I feel. How I feel is always going to be the major thing for me. So when I'm making music, the first thing I do is I already know how I feel. So if I don't feel good, the next couple of songs I'm going to be making is definitely about me not feeling good, but just maybe in different ways to explain it. If I heard something, or if somebody told me something, or if I had seen something, I'm coming to write songs about that, So I think maybe I can't say in detail like how I write my songs, but I can just say like maybe anytime I'm about to make music is always about how I feel at that moment in time, and then I just have like a particular line that I see in my head, and then I create the whole song around that particular line. So if I feel like uh if I don't feel good, that line, like if I don't feel good is even different. Maybe if I don't feel good because someone stole something from me, that line, someone stole something from me, is good. I'm just gonna create the whole song around it. Yeah, I just find beautiful ways to just explain why, that happened. So yeah.
Check out for my Yago. Check out for my Yago.
Yeah. Son of the Moon was a very, very feeling oriented, is that the word to use, so to say. But I made Son of the Moon based on my feelings. Pretty much it just shaped me, to be honest, because now I don't think I can make music that doesn't explain or define how I feel, irrespective of how I'm feeling, to be honest. So every song on Son of the Moon, that's how I made it. And the ones I'm working on now is completely about how I feel.
Me, I know I go. I won't die for their body. Emotions won't cry in their body. Okay, my dog, you don't enter. Paracetamol, I want to for their body. So don't judge me. For me, oh, it's just one more love. Send or be, no be sent or
Officially, like as an artist, or like 2 years ago, like no, 3 years. We're in 2021. I started during the pandemic, but like post-pandemic was when I decided, yes, I got it. Yeah, so pandemic.
Which one you go let go?
Yeah, but I've written for a couple of people, and to be honest, like writing songs for people is something that I love to do. So it's also one of the things that really gave me that drive that what, you could do this for yourself too. So I've written for a couple of people that have the song out, and they're making so much waves, and I'm like, yeah, I had it saying this, like, and then some lines that people scream around like, yeah, I wrote that line, but I just say it to myself because it just makes me feel good. So I love writing songs as much as I love singing them. Very emo-centric, soul-centric, more to say, not emo, but like soul-centric. Very alive. The slow music I'm making that is not in tune with what's happening to me, or what's happening to someone I know, or what's happening to someone or something I've read about. Even if it's about, going to the club or just spending money on a zoo, like it's something that I must have seen, or I must have heard, or like I must have been told. Like I just can't make music that I've not had like any strand of myself come from. So yeah, it's extremely alive. That's the word. Soul-centric and lecturing alive. So my dad is from Ibadan, and the reason why I can't really speak Yoruba much is because I didn't. So cause I spent most of my time in Benin City and Delta State, so I'm more fluent in Pidgin than Yoruba, but this blood is Yoruba. I'm a Yoruba boy. Come on, I know. No, I know a couple. I know the ones I need to say. Tariq.
Like Orukọ.
Oh, come on, I can say that. I mean, why? I know, I have, right? I have.
You see, you're proving my point.
I have my choice of words to use in Yoruba.
Yeah,
Why? I know the right ones I can say though. I know the right ones I can say, like.
I'll say one word Yoruba. Let's even see if you know one word.
Sunle mi masunita. Sunle mi masunita. Oh no.
Oh, yeah, just one sentence.
One sentence.
Prove me wrong. One sentence. Yeah.
What's your name?
Angela.
Angela Momo Yoruba so. Angela Momo Yoruba so.
You see, Yoruba sounding like an animal boy.
What's funny? Why is he laughing? For real. I got it. I'm serious now. Angela Momo Yoruba so.
Tell you nothing. You need Yoruba lessons. Because if they say, oh yeah, Yoruba, you see.
I don't think it's by how much you speak it. I think it's by the blood. There's Yoruba in my blood.
Oh, you know me well.
I'm a Yoruba. I'm a Yoruba boy, guys. There's nothing. All of these gimmicks. All of these gimmicks. Even you. It won't work. I'm a Yoruba boy.
Chocolate like Sunita, wine for me like Sunita, Sule mi ma Sunita, chocolate like Lupita, wine for me like Sunita, Sule mi ma Sunita, see your booty in your waist.
Yes. I'm someone who, to be honest, I can't express myself in a lot of ways. Ideally, I have issues with that, and so if I don't feel good, there's certain ways I can express myself. So yeah. So if I feel bland, I just do things like maybe just do a particular hair color. I'll probably just explain how I'm feeling, and then I just let the lines just show. So if the lines are like wavy and just pattern, the means are feeling good, but like towards December, like I think December, was it December or November? The lines were like straight. It means I was stressed. So I always pay attention to it, and now it's not deep red, it's peach, or like I think it's more pink and calm, and that's because I feel good and nice. So everything has a meaning for me. If I'm not expressing myself from my hair, I think maybe my music is number one, but then my hair too, and food. Yo, it's so soon, it's crazy. Like in the next couple of months or weeks, that's all I've been doing. January and December, I pretty much, I was on the road December a bit, but like January until now, I've literally been recording, writing songs for myself, for people, although to be honest, I've been very selfish this year. I've just been making music for myself. I've just been trying to record more, and my next project is, I think, almost ready. I don't want to say ready yet, because I don't have it all figured out, with the ending, with the bits, like the last songs. Yeah, so, yeah. It's a lot though. There's a lot. Yeah, but it's a lot. But like, I mean, for me, like, I just make my music based on, how I feel. So I can say, in the list of sad songs, but times when you're not feeling good, like there are a couple of songs where like, oh, this is nice, or this is nice. But like, I've made crazy songs. But there's one song though. There's one song that I know, like, yeah, it's impossible that it doesn't make the project. Except if the theme of the project changes, because I work with themes too, so. I think it was from the writing songs, and then I had to go through like this bits of processes before I could go to Chuck City and all of that. So, because apparently they had the idea that okay, he's a songwriter, and obviously I was just, oh yeah, I'm a songwriter. It's calm. So going from being a songwriter to being like an artist, say, I had to go through New Tribe, and then rather than just being a songwriter, you go through all of the. And to be honest, I don't agree with them because they saw me perform at Bogobiri in Ikoyi, and then that was when they were like, I saw them at the back saying, yeah, I know, but like, I just had to go through that process of moving from being a songwriter to like an artist per se, and then, yeah. So I think that was 2021. Yeah, the first, I think second quarter of 2021. Yeah, and then that's how it is. So the process is New Tribe, move from being a songwriter to being an artist. And New Tribe has just been like my major family for me, to be honest. And it went from being just trying to move, like go through that process to just already being an artist like on that New Tribe, and then it's not even a label feeling with New Tribe. It's more like a disconnect. I don't know. No, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. I just I learned how to sing by just if I don't feel good. So no, why am I? If I write something, like if I write a line, rather than just saying it, I just try to just slow it down. And then I went through different processes of listening to people I love to listen to, Frank Ocean, Ed Sheeran. I didn't really like do much with, and also one they cool too. I mentioned that people that I also listened to Shadi Adu, but it was because I loved how she sounded, and we have the same vocal texture in a way, yeah. And then I started just singing their songs more often. And then I started singing too, but then my words are not clear, and they're always like, guy, you sound like you're about to cry and all of that. That first of all, the fact that you just laughed, I will leave this interview if you laugh, because I took a break from singing because people used to say that, and then I could be in the studio and you're like, guy, what's wrong? I just sound like you're about to cry and all of that. And that's because I see music as something that is extremely, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, it's just, I'm just too in tune with my music. So if I'm singing, I have that feeling like it has to come from a place of like your emotions, or like, and just not emotions as you're being sad, or like just emotions. If you're happy, it's an emotion, you feel me? You have happiness, joy and all of that. So it's just always, you always sound like I was about to cry, and then my words get a bit slurry, a little. Then I had to just grow from that. But yeah. My voice was not in how I used to sing. My voice was in things. Okay, that's my own perception. My voice is not in how I sound. It's in what I say and the message I'm trying to drive. So, irrespective of how I sound or like how my voice is, even the talk and all of that. So my voice is more in the message I'm trying to just pass. Because for me, being an artist and a songwriter, my biggest skill set, or the biggest weapon I have, is my voice. So I just had to make sure that my voice is not in how I sound. Even though people say, oh, you sound like you're about to cry, you sound too emotional, like guy, calm down, all of that. I try to make sure that it's just in the message that I'm trying to pass. Signal, no, I never really wanted signals in my project, by the way. Signals was the hardest song. In my project, the hardest song I made was Signals. It took a long time for me to make Signals. The easiest song was Emotions. Yeah, and then, Emotions. And then Bad Intentions, because those songs were like, to me. It was just to me.
Body, emotions, no crime on their body. I'm getting my toy, don't enter their body. Paracetamol, I want to for their body. So don't judge me.
I wasn't in a period of let's have fun when I made Signals, but I didn't want to make a project that did not have music for people that would just want to feel good and dance. And I didn't want to make a music about my emotions and not have a side of happiness, because people think the only thing about this guy is that he's sad. But I wasn't doing anything because of how my music is and how much I can't have music that. Sorry, excuse me. Because of how my music is and how I didn't have music that. I can't make music that I am not relating with yet. Do you get? So I didn't have any music that. I wasn't in the period of going to clubs. I wasn't going to any party. I wasn't doing any clubbing. I wasn't doing any dancing or anything. I was just so tired with my personal life. So there was none of that. So I had to take out time to just find a way to just. That's why there was no I'm popping bottles or anything, because there was none of that.
She a dirty rider, dirty when like Indiana. Fall in love, but in a denial. Oh, she rider to the ocean, only me diver. Dirty when like Indiana.
The first thing I ever released is Son of the Moon. Yeah, ever. I started making music 2 years. I started singing 2 years ago. I told you. So yeah, I get it that people would think that making music, you know. I get that I sound like an OG because of, you know, how skilled I am. You know, it's only right that people think I'm an OG, but 2 years, guys.